What's good, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It's your boy. It's the man, the myth, the legend. Welcome to Keep It Tickin' TV. Going live a little early today, because my sons are here, so we're gonna go out. But yeah, we're going live a little early. Just wanted to talk about the FA Cup round 3 today. Just wanted to give my thoughts and everything on Manchester United's performance against Watford, which they ended up winning 1-0 from a lone goal from Scott McTominay off a corner kick, assist by Alex Telles. And I just also wanted to touch on the Arsenal game as well, against Newcastle United at the Emirates. They ended up winning that 2-0. Anybody that watched my stream earlier, I was saying it was probably going to be 2-0 to Arsenal, maybe a consolation goal by Newcastle, but they never got it. They actually ended up getting 2 goals in extra time, no goals during regular time. So that was kind of a snooze fest, as expected with the lineup that they put out. But yeah, as I was saying, so for the Arsenal game first, I think Willian starting at the cam position in the 4-2-3-1 was terrible. I think he looked terrible, and also Martinelli, for some reason, got pulled from the starting lineup a couple minutes before the game. So that definitely changed some things. I think if he started, he would have done something in the game during the 90 minutes of regulation, but it ended up going to extra time. Emil Smith-Rowe went to the cam position. Willian was pushed out wide. Emil Smith-Rowe came in for Reece Nelson. And they changed the formation a little bit. Not really that much. They just put Willian where Reece Nelson was and put Emil Smith-Rowe where Willian was. Pretty simple, but yeah, it ended up working out for them. Emil Smith-Rowe looked amazing coming off the bench, made an instant impact, just looked like a bright spark for Arsenal in just the creativity aspect of the game. They didn't create shit all game. So with Willian in the 10, so Emil Smith-Rowe there ended up getting the first goal in extra time. Actually, beautiful play from Alexander Lacazette, Emil Smith-Rowe, and I think it was there was someone else involved. I think it was El Neni as well that was involved in the play. But yeah, it was a great play from Arsenal. Emil Smith-Rowe with the beautiful finish. So that made it 1-0, and then Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, odds-on goal scorer on the day, ended up getting his goal in extra time as well. So that was 2-0. Newcastle really didn't do much. They didn't really create much. Andy Carroll had one close chance, but he didn't convert it. So ended up just going to extra time. And as I said, Arsenal, they did their thing in extra time and ended up winning 2-0. So they go on to the next round of the FA Cup. For United, we ended up winning 1-0 against Watford. Just a couple points to hit real quick because it's going to be a short one. So as I watched the game in the first half, I noticed that Watford was giving a lot of. So early on the game, we ended up winning a corner within the first 4 or 5 minutes, and we ended up converting that from a Scott McTominay header, like I said earlier, which ended up being the only goal in the game. We ended up converting that and going ahead 1-0, and I thought we were going to push on and see a lot more goals by United since we scored so early, and we were able to just carve them open so early. But we ended up giving Dan James the ball a lot. They were giving Dan James a lot of space. They weren't really threatened by him, the Watford defense, and they gave him a lot of space. He took a couple shots, he didn't convert anything. So in my opinion, Dan James was looking like shit. in the first half, and then he ended up coming off, and I think around the 67th or 70th minute, it was a swap for Martial and Rashford for Dan James and Mason Greenwood, who didn't have a good game as well, but we'll get into that. Henderson, Dean Henderson came in for De Gea for this one. He has been playing for most of our cup ties. He looked all over the fucking place tonight. He was like trying to play like a Manuel Neuer sweeper keeper type deal, but he looked like a fucking clown doing it. Put us in a lot of dangerous positions. So I don't know how to feel about that going forward. Donny van de Beek by far was the best player on the pitch. He was just nonstop creating. There was a point in time where him, Juan Mata, and Greenwood linked up for a nice play in front of the net. But I think Greenwood put it wide. So, he was looking really good, really dominated the midfield. He played more deep, and usually he's supposed to play more advanced, but from a deep position, I think he still looked good. He was able to break down plays. He looked the best player on the pitch by far. Despite McTominay getting a goal, it was off of a corner early in the game. Watford were asleep. It was a scrappy one. Not really much went into it, honestly. It was kind of lucky. But Donny, on the other hand, he just looked really talented out there. Like I said, our best player by far. My boy Tom was saying he looked like Zidane. Thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, so in regards to Greenwood, I think Greenwood he didn't look like he had that hunger to score. But I think it was because Jesse Lingard was the cam. And you know what's going to happen with that. If you're a striker and Jesse Lingard's behind you, you're not going to get any fucking service whatsoever. Like, it was just a fucking mess waiting to happen. So I think that was definitely a mistake by Ali. I don't know why the fuck he trusted Jesse Lingard to play in the hole and be the creative player on the pitch, but that was never going to happen. So I think that was also a big reason why Greenwood looked bad today. He didn't really have any service, especially because Dan James was the person on the left supposed to be getting balls into him, but Dan James was just fucking dribbling into fucking cul-de-sacs, looked like shit. So Mason really didn't touch the ball much, honestly. So, I think that's why his performance went the way it did. Mata looked really good on the ball. He was, floating all around, floating like more of a free roam role. On the right side of the three midfielders, the three attacking midfielders in the 4-2-3-1 we ran, he was looking good in that free roam kind of role out on the right. Looked great on the ball. Took care of possession really well, how Mata always does, but didn't really see that much from him besides just, keeping care of possession. Didn't really create much. I think the biggest thing about the game, because the second half was dead, nothing really happened. Martial and Rashford came on, and it was nice to see them come on. We definitely looked like a better team going forward. A lot more threat, creativity wise, and just taking players on pace. But I think the biggest takeaway was losing Eric Bailly today. I think that was terrible for our season as a whole. I believe that Eric Bailly is definitely United's best center back at the club. So this was a big loss for us. And I think the fact that Eric Bailly is a second choice center back under Ali, in Ali's eyes, playing him in this FA Cup tie, usually you don't play your best center back. I mean, if you look at it, Harry Maguire and Lindelof were benched along with a bunch of other first team players. So that being said, I don't know if Bailly is part of his first team choice center back pairing. So yeah, that's just a mockery in itself, honestly, because Bailly is way better than Harry Maguire or Victor Lindelof. So there's question marks there, in my opinion. But I mean, Yeah, that's really the only thing that we can take away from it. I think there's honestly more negatives to be taken than positives, unfortunately, even though we did go on to the next round. I think losing Eric Bailly is going to be a blow to our title hopes. I don't know if we really were we are in a title race points wise, but I don't know if we were going to be able to stay consistent enough to win the title. But I know that losing Eric Bailly, I don't know how long it's going to be for, but that's going to be a huge blow to just being able to throw someone in there for depth, and he's just a solid defender as a whole. So definitely a big loss there. But that's how I was feeling about the games today. Arsenal did their thing. It was just another day where the teams that everybody thought was going to go through went through. Arsenal did their thing. Didn't really do it in the best fashion, but they got through in the end of the day to the fourth round. And same with United. I thought that we were going to win. I thought we were going to win like 3-1 or like 3-0. But it ended up just being 1-0. I knew Newcastle wouldn't get a goal on us, but I definitely thought we were going to have more goals in us. That being said, I did predict that when I didn't see the lineup. I thought Bruno might have been in the lineup, at that 10 position, because he never gets dropped by Ali. So, at least that's good that some of our first teamers got to, get a rest. But yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to say tonight. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you can, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new to Keep It Tickin TV. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, stay healthy this 2021. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the 12 o'clock stream. All right, peace.